Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 216. My name's Coach Mistletoe, and I'm here live with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Mr. Atlas. Please take it away, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Mistletoe. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. This is the Sunday service, June 4th. And boy, are we excited. It's been another fantastic day. We're seeing some whales behavior, some max wallets coming into the system, buying the dip, DCA strategy. That's what the smart money likes to do, knows how to do. They see the roadmap. They see that the team is calm, cool, and collected, and overall, extremely focused, finding solutions, building, optimizing. 130,000 tokens have just been vanished right back into the ARK vault, folks. Yeah, that's right. 130,000 have been just sent back, virtually burned, putting the brakes on the sales here at the ARK. And now we have further optimization. We're seeing folks coming from the foundation over to the LSA. For those of you new folks, that is the legacy savings account. And today, here, live, you're going to find out what it's all about. How does it work? What is so special? How has the vault been optimized? How do we prevent the heinous debacle that went down as these moon boys that wanted to save their $50 went into a frenzy and a panic and took their ARK positions, many of them dropping, purposely in their panic mode to 0.5%. We want to thank them. We want to give them a shout out. My friends, they played their hand. They're not seeing the long-term vision, but boy, do we see it. They haven't taken 3 minutes of their important time to look at the roadmap, to see what this team is doing, to spend some time here on the podcast or listen to them. They would learn so much. And learn we are going to do today. We have our special guest for the Sunday service, as always, the Crypto Badgers, their weekend review, bringing the alpha, everything that's happened here on the podcast. And we encourage everyone to spend some time, check it out. It is a great piece of communication, and that's followed as well with the written version, because not everybody likes to watch videos. I mean, they're so entertaining. I love them. But we also have the official newsletter every Sunday coming out. And that's done by our very own Mr. Catalyst. Shout out to Catalyst, bringing the data. We know hard times have been here, but boy, if you zoom out and you look at the big picture, you understand these contexts are printing. You understand legacy NFTs are absolutely on fire. And we're going to bring Mr. Catalyst up here. He's going to tell us a bit about what's been going on with the legacy NFTs. There's some very, very positive information besides those great buys that were coming in today. Mr. Catalyst, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. Happy Sunday.
To you too, my friend. Bring us the good news. The good news.
The good news. In the last 24 hours, we've seen some legacy NFT action. There hasn't been any minting. The last mint of a legacy NFT was 13 days ago, and the last time somebody leveled up was 11 days ago. However, in the last 24 hours, we've had 2 new silver legacy NFTs minted, and 1 gold NFT has been leveled up to a platinum.
Bruh.
Wow. Let's go. That happened today.
Yeah, the level up was a couple hours ago. So congratulations to that new platinum legacy NFT holder. And speaking of legacy NFT holders, we hit a new milestone last night. Legacy NFT rewards dispersed, crossed over the $250,000 mark. So congratulations to all those NFT holders.
250,000. paid out.
Indeed.
That's every single day. Legacy NFT keeps on printing. You don't have to worry about the price. You're always getting that fantastic return. Boy, is it nice to be a legacy NFT holder. Thank you, Catalyst, for sharing that data. And last time you told us we had already paid back, was it 36% to the legacy NFT holders, the initial buyers?
Actually, we're up to 45%, and we'll probably cross over 46% tonight.
Oh, that's right. I confused the 30 with the 46 already. Sheesh.
Probably cross over, that tonight.
What's the pool looking like?
Pool's looking healthy. It's good that we're starting to see some new minting action, because that always adds to the pool as well. I don't have my screen open up. Do you have the pool?
Hey guys, on the I think we're going to see a lot of action on Wednesday when we do the redeployment. We've got 63,000 BUSD now in the LSA, so we'll all go toward minting the NFT.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
So people are chatting.
Yes, sir. And we're ready for you, Brett, to bring us the updates, information. And after that, we also have the Crypto Badgers. So it is all yours. Hope you're having a wonderful day south of the border, living a good life, seeing the ocean, fresh air in the wind blowing in your hair, just like it should when you're calm, cool, and collected here on the ARK. We are clear. We understand that our journey is that way. There's so much ocean in front of us.
Oh yeah, yep. We've got we're gonna do a little fishing trip, I think, later today. I think around 4:45 or something like that, 5 o'clock. So that should be fun.
You might see some of those ARK whales. I saw some splashing around today on the chart.
Yeah,
let's go.
We had a cool pod of dolphins come by this morning. It was really cool. So yeah, looking forward to that. And so yeah, let's get on with the podcast. How do you want to handle it? Do you want to walk through? Should I walk through the foundation updates, or do you want to do the kind of reserve that for the Crypto Badgers information, and then we can answer questions about it? Right now, if you could, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. They put so much work into this. Let's let them bring the good news, and then we'll go after that and do some Q&A and answer everything and go through the fine details. I haven't seen the video, but I'm really curious to see how they presented it. There might not even be any questions after, just a whole lot of FOMO and, folks going nuts. So I like that idea.
Yeah,
let's bring it on.
There's a couple communications that are, I'm just waiting on the banner artwork, but I will post an announcement in the Telegram that'll also go through Discord about the foundation changes. And also on the D app, Alex has published a link in the bottom left corner where we had, remember the little pre-seed pop-up that we had, the little button there? Well, now there's one regarding the foundation contract updates. So people can follow along with the Badgers, and then also the LSA information is published in the white paper now under the Legacy NFT tab. So we'll go through all of that. I'm sure the Badgers also will present that as well. I haven't watched the video either, so yeah, it'll be great to see how they cover it, and then we can handle any questions. And then there's obviously some documentation, and everyone has until Wednesday. There's no big rush to, do something today or to, consume all the information overnight. We'll have plenty of time and be talking about it every night on the podcast. You'll see those banner announcements go out in Telegram, Discord, so you can get a better idea of what's going on. Click on the links that are available to go ahead and read the information about the foundation upgrades, and then also what the LSA is going to be all about when it's redeployed on Wednesday. The benefits to the LSA are not going to change between now until Wednesday. So some of the features aren't available. Obviously, you won't mint an NFT yet if you're in the LSA and you get to the $1,000 level, for example. That won't happen until Wednesday, just so everyone knows. If they're putting money in there and then they get to 1,000 and nothing happens, or they don't get their legacy NFT, that's why we have to do the redeployment along with the legacy NFT contract and the foundation contract in order for all that to work. So just a heads up on that. And let's watch the Badger stuff, and then we can do questions. And I think you have the links. If you don't, I can shoot them to you if you want to cover those in the Q&A after the Badgers video.
Fantastic. So let's go ahead and turn it over. I think that's going to be Coach Brad. If he's here with us, I believe he is. He's been here all day. If not, we'll have Mistletoe. Do we see Coach Brad?
But I can play it. Your mic is in there, Atlas.
Ooh, okay. Thank you, sir. Let me fix that right away and do it now before we come back, because there's going to be quite some excitement. Give me a second.
Problem. So as
while you get ready,
Brett was saying, and Atlas was saying, the Crypto Badgers have done an amazing job. I haven't been able to watch it yet. I've been kind of saving the excitement, the alpha for right now. They've done an amazing job explaining the new foundation update and the legacy savings account. So without further ado, let's get straight into the alpha. And thank you, the Crypto Badgers, for everything you guys do every week, bringing in the alpha, the resident slot. You do an amazing job, and I always look forward to watching it here on the pod. So let's get right into it.
A pump would be nice, but remember, there's no financial advice. Crypto Badgers.
Thanks for joining the Crypto Badgers, two degens that like to do our research. I'm Max Power, joined as always by Matt, aka by Z-Dips. Very warm welcome to all of our subs. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And we're back here once again to spoon feed that alpha from the daily ARK Podcast from the week that was. And geez, there was lots going on this week regarding the ARKNIC pre-seed sale, and also lots of alpha to report about changes to how things are going to work with the foundation. And there's a brand new product in the works as well. But more on that a little later. And as always, we will get into the stats first. But Matt, first of all, how are you going? And what have you made of the week?
Yeah, it's been a great week, Max. And look, I believe you're in sunny Dubai at the moment. Is this true?
That is true. It has been trickier to stay up to speed whilst over here in sunny Dubai.
I've also heard that you may have played golf today with someone else, which I'm quite concerned about. It's almost like it feels as though you've cheated on me.
Yes, was out. Some lovely courses over here. Green grass in the middle of the desert. Looks good in the photos, that's for sure. So,
so this is the lifestyle that ARK affords, Max.
That's right. So I think at least was able to get out and sweat it out in the Dubai sun. And probably the best fairways I've ever played on today, I would say. So it was
magnificent. It's a big call from you, Max. Big call.
Big call. But anyway, we've got the stats up here. See what's been going on for the week. Matt, the price is down again. We're down from 204 to 132. I'm guessing that floor is going to be very close to this. I mean, at some point, we're going to probably enter a dynamic range. We don't know when that'll be, but it'll be interesting to see where that juncture comes. It was 204 last week, now at 132. ILC is down from 419 to 328,000. The new accounts, just the 32 accounts for the week. So I suppose in fairness, Matt, the result's probably not the best that we've had over the course of the week. And liquidity was 308 down to 225. What do you make of all that?
Yeah, look, it hasn't been an ideal week, and I guess people don't like catching falling knives, but I think we will find that new floor, that new dynamic range. I think that's gonna come in the next week. So I've got that loving feeling, Max, and I think people just need to be a little bit patient. It's been a tough couple of weeks, but we will prevail.
Okay, and how about the Spark? What's the Spark situation? Still want to?
Well, we always say it, Max, but it's been another big week for the Spark rewards. In total, 4,296.76 ARK was given away this week. So, that's a lot of money. So congratulations to those winners. Of course, there was an additional 10% given away to the syndicate leaders who generated the highest daily referral values as well. So, yeah, it's still a great prize to win, Max. And we've been waiting, haven't we? We've been waiting patiently, but we've not been able to nail one. We have got to be due, but still haven't nailed one.
Yes. And in terms of the legacy NFT situation, of course, there'll be a bit to talk about on this in a moment. Just a couple sold this week. I believe we had 2 silvers go out the door over the course of the week, but we've got some more to say on that coming up very shortly. And in terms of the 1% situation here, I believe this was about 40% last week, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're at 43.5%. So that really is, it's going up about 200 a week, I'd say, in terms of accounts, Matt. So obviously that is strain on the system going down a little bit better. We're at 30 accounts go to 0.5%. That was sitting at 91 last week. So
you don't want to be in that crypto abyss, Max. No. It's really not a fun place to be.
So that's not helping anyone going down. That's just not understanding the system there in that situation. So please do take care of that CWR. But let's now get into the news, Matt. I guess the most significant one was that the ArkFi pre-seed sales now closed. And Matt, I got to say, I didn't think it would be closed by this time this week. It started on the 26th of May and only the 6 days to sell out all 4 rounds. So, great to see the community getting behind the sale. I think obviously the team made it fairly attractive. So 130,000 ARK tokens went into the tax vault as a result of this. So that was a nice boost, and that obviously is going to delay any minting that I suppose eventually will happen. But it's important to delay that for as long as possible. So a good boost there. The team can now prepare for the private sale round and the subsequent public sale round. So there's no timing on those as yet. I guess prior to that, they're going to require, a white paper, maybe even a website for, that to be able to start to begin. But certainly, a big effort from the team and also the community to get all that done so quickly. And I guess they're not resting there because there's some big announcements as well regarding the foundation. Matt, I've heard bits and pieces of this, but you're actually going to need to fill me in.
Yeah, there's some big news to report for the foundation. This is really, I guess, in response to the issue that the protocol experienced a few weeks ago when panic selling sort of impacted the ILC and caused the ARK token price to fall fairly rapidly. So the following updates have been made to ensure that both this product remains attractive and also to help guard against a similar type of bank run again in the future. So how about we go through this slowly and take a look at the changes being made. So firstly, when only BUSD is deposited into the foundation, the standard 13% ArkFi tax will be applied to the ARK purchased for the bond pairing. When only ARK is deposited into the foundation, the standard 13% ARK sell tax will be applied to the ARK sold for the bond pairing. Now, there is another option as well, Max, and that's to avoid the buy and sell taxes altogether. And to do that, participants can deposit equal values of BUSD and ARK from their wallet into the foundation. Obviously, a 10% deposit tax will be applied to the BUSD and ARK value being deposited. What is next? When bond is withdrawn from the foundation, the ARK component will be sent to the participant's vault account as a deposit. That is a big, big change, Max.
So
the
BUSD component deposit, then take out.
And that would, you'd sell that ARK, and obviously that would impact the ILC and hence the token price. So that ARK component being sent to the participant's vault account is a very, very big change, and a good change as far as I'm concerned. The BUSD component, as I mentioned, will be sent to the participant's wallet minus the regular sort of 10% withdrawal tax. In the case, and this could happen, of course, where the participant's vault account has reached the max deposit limit of 4,000 ARK, the ARK component is not added to the vault account and it is virtually burned. So these are some really, really significant changes to the foundation to really guard against that sort of bank run that we saw a few weeks ago. think really, really prudent changes. And look, at the end of the day, with these new enhancements, the ARK buy and sell taxes are no longer avoided, and absolutely zero ARK is sold when a withdrawal is performed. So that's a really, really big protection mechanism for the protocol right there. The bottom line at the end of the day, Max, is that these changes will prevent stress on the ILC and will prevent token price depreciation, the likes of which we saw a few weeks ago in that sort of bank run type scenario. So that just basically can't happen anymore. But so that's what I've got on the foundation, Max. I know you've got some other big news to report on in terms of a new product for the community.
The Legacy NFT Savings Account, or the LSA, Matt.
The LSA, we love it. Is it an acronym?
Is
that what we're? Yeah, we love it. A good acronym.
CWR, NDV, the LSA. So yeah, exciting new product here. Basically, the Legacy Savings Account, or the LSA, as it will be referred to generally. We're not just making up acronyms. That is what it's actually known as. It's basically targeted at someone who understands where this project's heading and knows the importance of being able to hold the NFT in the future. And that's obviously due to the fact that we know that future revenue of the project will be driven into the NFT pool when utilities are going to get rolled out later in the year. So the LSA is going to help those people who at the moment can't afford an NFT, but now have a way of saving up for one over time, really with their ARK tokens. Of course, there will be others who'll use this as well to upgrade their current NFT as well, say from a silver to a gold. So this applies to people looking to buy an NFT or people looking to upgrade. Basically, how do you actually do this? So you now, Matt, can deposit ArkFi tokens from your wallet, an existing bond or BUSD directly into your Legacy NFT savings account, and this balance is going to be reflected in dollars. So let's show you how to do this. So it's at the moment, the deposits are actually live right now. It takes you this very nice looking page. I do like this new design, Matt, I must say.
It couldn't be easier, could it?
No, that's right. So this is the page that you'll come to make these deposits, and you can see here you've got bond, ARK, or BUSD. And the new product is going to be available on an ongoing basis, and there are some major benefits to be had here. The 13% sales tax, which you normally apply when you sell ArkFi tokens, that it's not going to apply when you deposit into this contract. And also deposited ArkFi tokens, they'll be sent straight to the tax vault. So there's an additional benefit right there for the project itself. And when it comes to depositing bond, the 10% withdrawal tax is still in place when leaving the foundation. And another important thing with this to remember is that by depositing your bond into this contract, you do not lose your daily Spark Award eligibility or any of your referral reward levels. So you can deposit your bond in here and start saving for that Legacy NFT or an upgrade. You can see here, if we were to do this, we'd be on our progress to a gold NFT if we were to throw in. So that's certainly one option for us to consider. There are a few other things worth noting here, Matt. Deposits into your LSA will be locked, so you can't withdraw it and you're not going to earn yield. And as the Legacy savings account balance increases, the following benefits are unlocked. So once you've got $250 in value, the depositor qualifies for Spark and Level 1 referral rewards. Once $500 in value is reached, the depositor qualifies for Level 2 referral rewards. And of course, once you hit that 1,000 mark, you get your silver NFT and all the benefits of ownership of that NFT that become active. So it's expected that these updates, I think they're going to occur, if I've heard correctly, Matt, on Wednesday, 7th of June, so only a few days away. And there's no need, though, to wait until then to take action, as the deposits are live now, so you can begin to make deposits into the LSA right now in ARK Bond or BUSD. I think it's a good idea, this, Matt, and a good way for people who are paying attention to what's going on, where the project's headed, to jump in, and if they feel as though, well, less keen on the ARK price right now, but I might chuck into this legacy savings account, get myself an NFT, and get the future rewards of the future revenues, and that's just more options for investors at the end of the day.
Yeah, look, I totally agree. I think it's a fabulous product, and look, there's a lot of people out there who don't have $1,000 right this moment to buy themselves a silver NFT, or perhaps upgrade from a silver to a gold. So this is a way that people can save away little bit time by time, and reach their goals. And yeah, as you mentioned, I think those that are paying attention and know where the project's headed, they're going to be the ones that are going to be looking to jump into this.
Yeah. Now, run us through all aboard, Matt. Well, who was on this week?
All aboard, yes, indeed. We saw some great content this week. We took a look at a video from Clover explaining, I guess, in layman's terms, how zero knowledge proofs work and how this technology will apply to the ArkNet decentralized network. He's very bullish on the new privacy-orientated products that the team will be rolling out, including the decentralized VPN, file storage, and password manager products. We also took a look at another great video from Amanda from AJ Metz talking about the ArkNet pre-seed sale. Her entire family participated from round one onwards, and she's deposited as much as possible to take advantage of the best possible pricing. She's talked about the new legacy NFT savings account as well, which you touched on earlier, Max, and how people can participate in that. And as we've already mentioned, it's really a great idea for people to over time, make their way into ownership of a legacy NFT, or perhaps upgrade an existing one. Who else did we have this week? We had Crypto Fergie, not one, but two great videos this week. He encouraged people to DCA into ARK at very low prices, as far as he's concerned. Average into their position is what he suggests people do. Nothing has changed in his eyes in terms of the protocol or the vision of the team. We also had a great video from Crypto Putter, our golfing buddy, who chimed in with an excellent video reminding the community about all the exciting utilities that the team is rolling out in the coming months. He touched on the virtual Visa MasterCard product, which is soon to be rolled out, and also the ArkNet privacy network. He was very much full of praise for the flawless way in which the ArkNet pre-seed sale was undertaken, and I'd have to agree with that, Max. It was a flawless operation.
Yeah, it sure was. And, well, I think that's getting us very close to the end. But, of course, we've still got our Badger wallet to run through here. So let's see where we are at here. Did crack the 4,500 mark, road to 5,000 in the account. We, of course, did go in to the pre-seed contract. So just building up the ARK again in the wallet there. We'll have to sort out what our next options. Now there's all these new products. We've got a bit to think through. But it looks
indeed,
like...
Max. What have we got in the ArkNet pre-seed? Can we have a look at that? What have we got in there?
Let's have a look here. What do we do?
Dun 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 dun. So we've got 1,050 in there.
Yeah, 1,050 there. So that's not bad.
Indeed. Plus our personals, of course.
Yes. So, no, pretty happy with what we were able to get in that. Of course, I did miss the snooze.
Missed the sleepyhead.
Missed the $5 price, but still got what looks pretty good prices now. Looking at what's happened, obviously, to the ARK price at the moment, it seems like that was very fair value that we're able to get in there. So pretty happy with that.
Extremely fair.
But look, I think it's just steady as she goes for us now. The next few weeks, hopefully, the price finds the floor. Still, a very reasonable amount to make. I mean, things were unbelievable before.
They're still very good, Max.
God, Lord, so, I'll still take $150, $200 a week.
Yeah, I think we'll find our floor over the next week. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball, but I've got that loving feeling, Max. I don't want to lose that loving feeling. No. I think this week we will find a floor and begin our way up, or we'll see that ILC start to rise, or a little bit of both.
Yes, well, we'll see where we end up. I just got a feeling that this week is going to be the week that sees us steady out, but we'll wait and see what happens. Just a reminder that the daily podcast does start at 4:00 EST every single day. So make sure you do tune in to that and use it as a chance to ask any questions that you may have. That is a wrap for ArkFi Weekly. Thank you, Matt, for joining as always. And I guess I'll see you again next week from some other country.
Cheers, Maxie.
Windmill, sir, coming live from the crypto world, bringing you all that you need. Let's go. This is the YouTube crypto show with two guys who are kind of in the know. Crypto badges are here, so you're in the clear. No worry or fear, yeah, we're helping you steer. Shouts to the team, we can't forget Max Power and Bazzi Dips. Don't get wrecked, a pump would be nice, but remember, there's no financial advice. Crypto badges.
That song gets me going every time. I'm jamming every time I hear it.
We got to hear it this time. There's been some improvement, I guess, in the bot, right? The music bot we have here.
Yes, sir.
Is the microphone okay? I know it was having issues before. Thank you, sir. Another banger. A lot of information there. Not sure if everyone was able to really catch it. So let's go ahead and do some Q&A, take some questions regarding all of the information here. And if we need to, we can also bring up the documents. So who is first?
Atlas, you did just pin the document only in the secret DAO. Do you want me to share it over to the main chat as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect.
Well, Bicey Dips, looks like you you guys really broke it down in a way that everyone was able to chew it and digest it and get that FOMO. That FOMO. Sheesh.
Yeah, I think there's been some great updates there. In particular, I really love the changes to the foundation. I think it's really, really prudent. Really helps guard against the sort of bank run scenario that we had a few weeks ago. And of course, the legacy savings account, just a brilliant product to get people on their road to ownership of an NFT or to upgrade an existing NFT. So I think these are just really, really well thought out changes.
Absolutely, sir. And we're glad you like it. The teams really had to sit down, have some time to look at all the options, right? Stay with the plan, stay on course, in integrity, not taking the foundation away. I think that's the knee-jerk reaction that most folks in our position would have. But the long-term picture, and I think it serves the community, it serves the team to do what it did and find the balance without putting crazy taxes, crazy sell limits. And we've seen that happen before in this space and what it does to investor sentiment as well as just really the respect for the development team. We've seen that just go down the drain when things are too drastic and they're not having the foresight. They don't have really these brilliant minds that are, working here on this team and advising on the team that have made suggestions and have been in some of these very, very long meetings to find a solution. So glad you like it. It's very important that you like it. And the James at the water cooler likes it, and everyone gets to decide on their own how they want to play the game. Creating more options, creating more value. And it is no secret. The legacy NFTs are just on fire. So steady, so faithful, and really bring that partnership component. If you believe in this team, you want to be over anything. Overall, you want to be in the legacy side. in my opinion. And I think we've seen that, and we're seeing that happen with a lot of the investors and the folks that are just here for the short ride. Well, we can see them, go to 0.5% and play their game, understanding that even they don't get left behind. Even they are going to be able to continue to thrive and flourish. And if they're smart, they're going to DCA in and they're going to take advantage of this price volatility as the floor is found and as we cross the bridge over using our on and off ramps to the new audience, to those investors we've always talked about, as we move into the development of ArkNet and the decentralized VPN service. There's so much coming. There's so much here. And that's the beauty of it, I think, as well, that even folks who make poor decisions are having more opportunity, and they're not in a place where most token contracts, right? You could just sell everything and get out and go on your way. Here, even in the worst case scenario, what we call the 0.5% purgatory is paying a massive amount forever. So, I don't think they can be too angry or upset. We live and we let live as well, by the dips.
Sorry, I was just distracted there. Kids getting ready for school. Sorry about that.
No worries. So is there anyone here that has a question or a comment? This is the time. This is very important information. This is important for your future, for the direction, understanding that we're balancing the system to make sure it doesn't happen again without taking away the game, taking away the bond, taking away the foundation. It's been profitable. And for those folks that panicked, they actually made a lot of money. They did really, really well in the system. So let's give it another 20, 30 seconds. If not, we're going to move over to do the wheel of the toad.
I have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
Just for like simple minds, because it was a little quick where they were discussing the new foundation. Can you kind of go over that, how that's going to work? It's the same thing. You're going to make a certain utility for a year, but can you I didn't get the new rule.
Well, they explained it, and we've been explaining it too. Do you see the document, Coach, that's printed? I want to get more to the people that have a question or two about it. If you want to understand the whole system, I mean, we're going to be talking about it, every single day. But right now, in the interest of time, to not go over the whole thing again, take a look at that, and then if you have further questions, and it's going to be, I think, a lot easier for the interest of time to hit the nail on the head exactly where the question might be. Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the biggest change, Coach, is that when you withdraw your bond, the ARK component of that bond, when it's split, you have a BUSD component and an ARK component. The ARK component will now go to your ARK vault instead of getting cashed or swapped for BUSD and then put into your wallet. The BUSD component will go into your wallet. If you're just a buy and hold person in the foundation, your bond, and you're just trying to get your referral level 1 and your Spark, nothing changes. It's only when you take that bond out that there is a change now. And that's to prevent that ARK from being cashed out and sold. It's going to now go into the ARK vault, get locked up, but then you can earn it back out. That ARK that goes into your ARK vault, when you do that bond withdrawal, does count towards your NDV, and it does increase your principal balance. So you're still getting it, you're just getting it in a different way, and it's not going to hit the price chart like we saw, a couple weeks ago with the kind of bank run scenario that we had.
Thank you. I'm getting it now. Thank you.
Woo, yeah, let's get this crypto, baby.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
So yeah, It deals with the elephant in the room, and it brings it down to its knees. There needs to be really no fear from the external enemies, and primarily we've attacked the internal enemy, which is the fear in everyone's mind that took over. So we're going to be, I think, spending some time and educating on that factor of that difference. What you said there, Brett, is very logical and really the spirit of what was done to prevent it from happening ever again. Let's get this crypto. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, listen, I got to say, just, as I'm digesting that, that mechanic that Brett just described, and that was in the short form of what the foundation updates are going to entitle, is just brilliant. I mean, I think that's just such a smart way. I mean, you're taking that ARK out of the sell pressure. It goes back into the principal balance. I mean, that. In fact, I'm surprised, Brett, you didn't think of that at the beginning when you're going through all this stuff to begin with, because that's really a smart way and a fair, decentralized way and a solution to eliminate any of the bank runs like what had happened. So I think that's brilliant. I think it's a perfect plan of how to take something that was there's a little bit of an issue and find a fair, decentralized solution for it. So I commend you all for that mechanic. I mean, it's perfect. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, we didn't think that people would be so petty and fickle. But hey, given the chance, we've seen the results, and it is what it is. But that's not going to hold us or keep us down. We're going on our journey, full steam ahead. So thank you, therefore, a realtor, for the vote of confidence. And it is really, I think, our chance now to communicate this and spread it. We're going to be doing some notifications on the D app so that everyone, all of the investors, the 5,415 investors here, are able to get the information and understand that if they thought for a second that the ARK was over, my friend, you need to take a second look. You need to understand that we are not going to be denied our destiny. We're fighting for our price. We're fighting for our project. And we're letting the folks wash out. And even again, on the washout, it's not bad. Earning 0.5% a day. It's almost unfair, I think, to the rest of the community. But for now, it is what it is. And we have to continue to do what we do best, which is build and move forward. Fantastic testing happened today on the on-ramp. We're very, very bullish. We're very excited. And I think that's, guys, where the confidence you see from this team always comes from. Because we are molding the clay, we're building the products, we understand the gap in the market, the opportunities are there before us, and we understand that the folks that are seeing that value are looking at legacy NFT and they're saying, I need to be in legacy NFT if I want to really be on board and go full throttle long term, because there is no secret or doubt as to the intentions, the roadmap of the team, and that we, on the contrary of shying away from having adversity, on the contrary, we kick higher into gear. We work harder. We do things better. We come up with solutions. We implement them fast, and we move forward. And that's what it takes. So we've proven a lot. We still have a lot more to prove, but that's the process. That's the journey. That's the excitement to be here. And we're so grateful for this amazing community that has had the patience. There's a couple of always negative Nancy's out there who don't take the time to understand they only have, I think, a very short vision, and they should have not come into this project in the first place, but they're here, and they could enjoy the benefits through the long term. And that's the beauty of decentralized finance. Everyone gets to play their game and make their own decisions. And even with these changes, nobody's hands have ever been tied. And I think that's something that we as a team, as a community, are extremely proud about. Always creating that fair, balanced playing field for everyone to make their own decisions and look forward or backwards if they wish to. Anyone else? Question, comment?
Hi, quick question. Does compounding in the foundation now attract 13% tax?
The compounding stays the same in the foundation. Go ahead,
Yes.
Brett. Go ahead.
Yeah, it stays the same. The only difference is the deposit if you have a single token that you're depositing. So if you're just depositing BUSD, then a portion of that needs to buy ARK in order to form the bond. And that portion that's used to buy the 50% of the ARK, that is taxed on the buy tax is applied to that portion. And then also on the ARK, if you're depositing only ARK, there's a portion of that that has to get sold to buy BUSD to form the bond. And in that case, that 50% then also has the 13% sell tax that's applied to it. So that's the difference on the deposit side. But as far as the compounding goes, that's still tax-free. The only other change is when you withdraw that I mentioned earlier. So all the rewards stay the same, the spark levels stay the same, the referral reward levels stay the same. The bond boost, if you have a legacy NFT and you have deposits in the foundation, those will still apply to additional levels, referral levels on top of your legacy NFT. So all the other benefits remain the same.
That's great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for the question.
Anyone else? Okay. Looks like we have an understanding here. 51 folks on the pod. Great to have you here for the Sunday service. Great video. Buys and Dips, Max P, Crypto Badgers, always bringing the alpha over here. The excitement, big week. I know we say that every week, but it's amazing what's happening here. It's amazing how everything's playing out, and we're understanding this shift. This is all mental, folks. It's just money, pieces of paper that have some ink and some faces on it so that we don't have to tear each other to pieces to buy some potatoes, right? And in crypto, we are always understanding that there's not a single project that does not face adversity. It is a part of the game, especially when so many distractions come and attack. I was talking to a developer of another project a couple of days ago. Fantastic project. I'm not going to name them here. But they also, around the same time, faced, a decline in focus and buy pressure with the whole Pepe fiasco, right? And that little demon inside of folks' minds that just wants to chase. And I don't really think there's any fingers to point, but just the fact of understanding a collective consciousness and how that can quickly shift. But we shift as well, and we make improvements, and we move forward. And moving forward, let's go ahead and bring the wheel of the toad up, and let's give away some free BUSD.
What a segue. And I think I did hear you say 51 people. I think that means we are giving away $100 today on God's Day.
Let's go! Sheesh!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You have the best job, don't you? To spin the wheel. Make people happy. Give away free money. For you, the lady in the back, you're winning today. Oh, we got a repeat winner. Oh, boy. We're having a good time.
I am blessed. It is a great job. But for those that don't know what this wheel is, maybe it is your first time here, don't know what is happening. Every single day today, not today, tomorrow, every single day, next week, next month, we have a giveaway after the all aboard session. And every single day, all you'll have to do is click on the new sweep widget link. We post it in the main chat, in the topic and in the contest and giveaway topic. And also, we're gonna have to. If anyone didn't notice, the topic for the contest and giveaway is missing right now. We are working to restore it, so don't panic. It will be coming back, but we'll be sharing it there as well. And in the announcements channel, do be sure to join that. All you have to do to enter into the wheel is click on the new sweep widget link. It's going to bring you to a task list. All you're going to do is follow all those tasks. It's going to range from liking and commenting some YouTube videos, clapping up some Medium articles, retweeting some Twitter links. And once you go through all of those, your name is going to pop up on this lovely wheel right here. And we will spin it every single day. If we land on your lucky name, you are going to win $50 to $100 worth of BUSD. And again, how we determine that prize is if we have more than 50 people live on the podcast, then we will boost it up to the $100. So do be sure to enter. We post the link right after the podcast every day. It only takes 2 to 5 minutes of your time. And yeah, get involved in all the fun. So without further ado, let's give away some money. On the count of 3. Atlas, do you have the sound, or should I spin it?
Yes, sir. I just want to point out that technically we are 47. And going forward, let's be clear. We want, when we press that button, there be at least 50 people in here. There were 51, so we're going to go ahead and honor, right, the commitment here. But let's stick to the rules. There has to be the 50, at least.
That is true. Good catch.
So let's go ahead and do the 100. Anyway, great presentation there. Especially, folks, if this is your first time on the podcast, great explanation there. This is how you win free crypto every single day here on the ARK. My friends, on the count of 3, let's let her rip. 3, 2, 1.
The man on the move, Johnny Fawcett again. $100 free BUSD heading your way.
Bruh.
Congratulations, my friends.
Bruh.
All deserved.
He puts the work in, that's for sure. It's great to see the repeat winners here. I mean, it's so easy. It is so easy, and a great way to really reward here our fantastic community. And I heard that our good friend Brett Nordine is going to be out in the ocean today with the fish, with the whales, with the dolphin. So in the spirit of that, let's go ahead and bring up here. Do we have it already bring up? No, let's bring it up. And let's play a fishing song. This also is about the toad. If you pay attention, Mr. Toad, this also goes for you, for those that are fishing on the Lord's Day. The service here at the ARK. Let's go ahead and get that started. And just to be clear, we have 692.65 ARK for the folks that are listening to the recording. And that is $894.38 street value. And a special, very, very special shout out, folks, to the winner of the MVP. We're going to give them a big, huge round of applause. They've had 5 referrals. Yeah, that's right, 5 referrals for a total of $9,315.53 buy-ins worth of ARK. Their wallet ends in F26A. Amazing. I love to see this MVP because this is how folks really get active, and boys are going to get exciting as we see here the huge rally. It's building. I'm hearing it through the grapevine. Folks are talking about it. Even the folks that are, on the sidelines, they are FOMOing at the mouth. I mean, salivating. So let's go ahead and get this crypto, release it. And again, congratulations to the MVP. Let's see who the Spark winner is going to be.
I expect you'd like to know about frogmen. Yeah. They live on fish and catch them by diving onto them from a great height. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, gliding down through the dark green water. He could breathe underwater because he had amphibious nostrils. On the way down, he passed hundreds of trout of different sizes. Trout are freshwater fish and have underwater weapons. Trout are very valuable and immensely powerful. Keep away from the trout.
Why should it be that the fish in the sea are all unable to sing?
Just listen to me, young fellow. What need is there for fish to sing when I can roar and bellow?
Eating fish. Eating fish. Fish. Eating fish. To find trout.
Like a trout.
I wish that I could get my hands on a dozen fish.
All right, let's see here. We're having a gas issue again. Let me check the transaction. We might have to run it one more time. We can do that very quickly here. Oh, wait, let's see. Let's let her rip and see.
That was so funny listening to that song. I'm literally...
You're literally what?
Eating fish and chips for dinner.
Let's go. All right. And here we go. We have today's Spark Prize winner. Their wallet ends in 9312, bringing into nitro mode right into their vault instantly. It's already there, folks. 627.33 ARK street value of $810.43. And they are a first-time winner. That's right. Sheesh. 2% NDV through the roof. The syndicate MVP for the day. Their wallet ends in F26A. They've won 69.70 ARK. Also, immediately, instantly, already there, folks, into the Nitro Boost mode. That's a street value of $90.05 and a huge, really, guys, round of applause. Scared money doesn't make money, and boy, are they showing up. Almost $10,000 coming right into the system, getting those buys, taking in that cheap ARK right into the vault. Let's go. With that, we're going to turn it over here to our very own crypto DeFi expert, the legend, folks. That's right. He's here. Mr. Z, coming on the Sunday. Hope you're doing well, sir. Never a dull moment on these crypto streets, are there?
Never a dull moment ever. Not in these financial streets, not in these crypto streets. And there's always something being updated, especially in crypto. So yeah, it's great to see that everyone's enjoying the sunshine on a Sunday. It's nice to see Brett in the seaside. It's nice to hear Brad's been having some good fish and chips. And me, today I was at a professional surfer friend that came down to England, and I was kite surfing throughout the morning and afternoon. So, yeah, seaside. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Can you guys, Mistletoe, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. All right. So the first thing I want to sort of touch into is something I've been keeping my eyes on, is the range on Bitcoin. So this is what you're seeing here is a 4-hour chart, and I've been kind of looking through this for the past couple of weeks, and to see if we break out. And last week we had a bunch of big economic indicators to see if we sort of break through from the 30K zone, or do we go down? And up till now, it seems to me that we are in a range, and I think we'll be staying in a range for the next few weeks. So currently Bitcoin's at 27,270, and it was briefly at 26K in the last couple of days, but we are respecting a range. But I think I'm still in the peak that this thing will dip. It's got to dip and take out liquidity because it's not giving us hints that it wants to go up. If I zoom into this a little bit, I'm starting to see a picture of lower lows being taken out. So we'll see how the price sort of differs for the next few weeks. But yeah, for now it's at 27,267. And we'll see if it stays at that price range for the next week or so. Let me go into the news a little bit. So if you guys have heard, basically Atomic Wallet is a non-custodial wallet, just like MetaMask. And this week has been pretty brutal because there has been several hacks that have taken place on the wallet, and it's come up to, I think, according to this article, it was 35 million, but it could be speculated up to 50 million lost in crypto. So I'm going to read through this article a little bit. So Atomic Wallet hack losses top $35 million on-chain data reports. So security teams are investigating the cause of the attack. Reports have surfaced of tokens being lost, transactions data being erased, and even an entire crypto portfolio destroyed. One of the biggest victims of the hack were lost out 7.95 million in USDT. So it is a high case of understanding that this is still building up as a scenario. So at least $35 million worth of crypto assets have been stolen from Atomic Wallet users since June the 2nd. The 5 largest losses account for $17 million. According to Atomic Wallet on Twitter, the cause of the attack is being investigated. Reports have surfaced of tokens being lost, transaction histories being erased, and even entire crypto portfolios being stolen. An independent investigation carried out by Twitter Zach XBT. This is a Twitter tag that you guys should follow. It's pretty insightful. Known for tracing crypto stolen funds and assisting hacked projects, has found the largest victim to have lost 7.95 million in Tether, and they believe it could surpass $50 million. They keep finding more and more victims, sadly. So yeah, Atomic Wallet have put out a statement. Did someone have something to say? I saw someone unmute their mic.
No, I wanted to say something, but let's wait till after you read the statement. I'm very curious. I'll explain to you why in a second.
Okay. So the update from Atomic Wallet is we have received reports of the wallet being compromised. We are doing all we can to investigate and analyze this situation. As we have more information, we will share it accordingly. And to that, they updated today, June the 4th. Update: the investigation is still ongoing in a joint effort with the leading security companies. The team is working on possible attack vectors, nothing yet confirmed. Support team is collecting victim addresses, reached out to major exchanges and blockchain analytic companies. So one thing, unfortunately, I'd have to say is under their terms and conditions, people are liable to the losses that occur. So Atomic Wallet won't be giving refunds. So there has been little information provided by Atomic Wallet to users so far. Support team has collected. Those contacting Atomic have been asked to answer over 20 questions about internet providers, use of virtual private networks, VPNs, and storage of seed phrases. In Telegram's community channels, some pointed out the exploit could have originated via an outdated dependency package. Dependency packages describe the relationships between activities to be performed within a program, including the order in which they should be performed, and the libraries need to perform these activities. So the attack joins a growing list of crypto hacks. Most recent, Jimbo's protocol on Arbitrum that went through 7.5 million, and Tornado Cash went through the governance hack. Fortunately, they've got the governance back there. But yeah, the crypto hackers stole up to 3.8 billion last year, mostly through So there's been a bunch of that. So yeah, we wait for more updates. But yeah, Atlas, what's your opinion on this?
Well, today I was dealing with a investor here at ARK that is involved. They're a victim in this situation with Atomic Wallet, and to add insult to injury, as this person was trying to find out what happened, he had over $300,000 worth of Cardano ADA that was wiped out. In the panic, in the fuss, going over to the Telegram Atomic Wallet, someone contacted him as a, quote unquote tech support. Hey, don't worry, we're going to send you the funds back, but give us a fresh wallet and so forth. And in that process, in the panic, people make mistakes, and they wiped out, everything. And in that wallet was his investment here at ARK. He was concerned about his legacy NFT, which is locked. I said, don't worry, that they can't take. It is locked, and we'll help and assist them to move that, to unlock it for him and send it over. But it just, I think is an important lesson. Folks, if something like this happens, don't panic, and make sure that every decision you make is a correct choice. And I can understand how vulnerable people are when they're so desperate and they think they're talking to a real tech support, and they're just going to do anything and everything because they're being told what they want to hear. Here's your money back. Going into a bigger picture, I think this is also a great point to analyze. We've been asked a lot, actually by NATO more than anybody, really just him, if we were to be very clear, about ARK doing custody. And this is exactly why we always steer away from that. This is a huge responsibility, and it is a huge problem. I don't like this attitude of Atomic already saying they will not refund. They are responsible. They have to be responsible. Folks are trusting on them to provide the custody and keep their crypto safe. So this is ugly. This is very ugly, very dangerous, and it's going to affect, I think, the whole space. You have to stand up, and that's one of the things we always appreciate about CZ. When they were hacked, he was forward facing. He got on a call immediately, and they paid everyone back. You have to own up, and you have to, accept the liabilities and make people, the investors, whole. So let's see how this plays out. And if you want to add anything more to that, Z, or anyone else here, I mean, this is a conversation for all of us. Very important and affected one of our very own investors here. And, the poor guy is really in a tough position. I mean, imagine, $300,000 of your crypto digital assets just wiped out from under you, never gave his seed phrase to anybody, didn't put it in a password manager. The guy's doing everything right. And to wake up to this is really hard.
Yeah, I want to read out this statement here because this is important, because this is their terms of service. This is what they're referring to when it comes to refunds. So Atomic is a non-custodial decentralized wallet, meaning users are responsible for assets stored in the application. As usual, its terms of service do not accept any liability for on-chain damages suffered by users. Under no circumstance will Atomic Wallet be liable to you for damages arising out of the services exceeding $50. So these kind of things, they disappoint me, because I think, it's not just one or two sort of events that led to these hacks. It's multiple wallets. One person lost 7.9 million. Like this,
and the denominator is them. So I don't understand this about we're non-custodial. Something on their end, because their customers are suffering. It's not Trust Wallet. It's not SafePal. It's Atomic Wallet, which, by the way, I love the product. The way it functions, the UI, the design's fantastic. But I don't see how they say they're not decentralized and something like this could go down. I think it just, proves that there is an issue for the people using the service, this wallet.
I kind of I'll speculate and I'll say I think this is what happened. I think they ran some updates on their wallet, and our app stores and our iOS devices and Android usually automatically update these things. And usually when you make an update to your wallet, you have to make sure that all your customers are aware of that. So if you have a pinned message that there's a new update out, please update your wallet, because that's what I do with MetaMask. That's what I do with a bunch of other wallets. And where the sort of information is coming out right now is people did not update, and as they were using their wallet's functionality, that's where the hacker was able to play in between that discrepancy. So if you guys ever sort of see, like for example, I haven't updated my Brave browser yet, but you see that update button, always constantly update, always keep up to the latest versions of whatever you're using when it comes to wallets or when it comes to browser or VPNs. And it seems that's where the hack was able to be done, and at such a high standard. So I might be wrong, but I think that's where things went wrong. I think people didn't update their wallets or didn't keep updated there, and that's where the hack was able to manipulate transactions. So we'll get more on this for sure, and I feel sorry for the individual that lost $300,000 here. But fortunately at the ARK, we do have a heart. We do hear things out, and this is why we have sessions like DeFi and we have airdrops, so people keep up to date about a bunch of things when it comes to updates in wallets, when it comes to MetaMask, when it comes to a Binance Smart Chain updates. It's important for everyone to keep their communities updated. So yeah, we would like to hear your.
Yeah, this is sad, and see, this is a position that we would never want to put ourselves in. I don't care how attractive or fast or easy. When you're in that position of custody of investor, wallets, their funds. I mean, there's not going to be there's no easy solution if you don't have the money to pay it back. It's a very, very uncomfortable situation to be in, and a responsibility that we don't want to take on. This is not our business. At least right now, this is not our business to do wallets and custody investor funds that way.
Hey, Atlas, can I say something since I've been in crypto since 2015? The most secure wallet out there is Exodus, okay? Exodus has never been hacked, never. They update every week they do an update on that wallet. It's the most secure wallet out there. So if you're looking for a secure wallet, Exodus is its most secure wallet.
I would disagree. I think whenever you're dealing with these type of wallets, you're always at risk, because Atomic was the same until this happened. I think if you really want to be secure, you need to have a hard wallet, and you need to have it segregated from any of these hot wallets. It's just a huge risk. So I know you like that product. There's a lot of good products, but to keep 300 or a million or 2 million into these type of products, I think you're making a big mistake. You need to be more secure.
I have a ledger, okay? If you have a significant amount, you should have a ledger. But if you're just keeping small...
Well, stop right there. Stop right there, Mr. Big. Ledger has a big problem right now because they're doing this whole thing of a backup. And that's something that we should look at and touch on soon. And if you do have a ledger, I suggest that you do not update. By the way, folks, we should have a session here about that. I'll let Mr. Z get prepared, or I'll do it. But their new proposal is not in line with what we've been sold and what we've been told. They're changing it. They're providing a secondary way where they're going to store the keys and passphrases. So if people lose their wallet and their key phrases, they could get it back. And that is absolutely unacceptable. We're looking here at actually shifting away from Ledger because of that, and we're not updating our ledgers. But let's look into it. I don't know. Brandon, I know you're very passionate about security and wallets. I don't know if you're available, if you want to add to this conversation at this point. But yeah, be careful, Mr. Big. Do not update that ledger. You're falling right into the trap, and that trap can lead to government authorities filing documents and orders to take your crypto. So Ledger is on the at least for myself on the blacklist. It is not the way to go. All right, I guess we don't have Brandon. Anyone else before we move on? You have more stuff for us, Mr. Z?
Yeah. So there was a security risk prior last year to Atomic. So I'm just reading the titles here, but the disclosure is intended to appropriately warn users without putting them at even greater risk. That's what the security audit had to say about them last year. So it's something I need to still do my research on, but yeah, it's something to super look into. I think a hardware wallet is really important if you have a significant amount. And I wanted your opinion on Trezor, if you don't mind, because that's something that a few of my friends and family use. Have you heard of Trezor?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know much about the product, so I would not be able to give an opinion. I've heard of it, and I understand it's another solution, but there are also folks that have pointed out vulnerabilities when it comes to Trezor, but I don't have an update to be able to tell you either way. I say more on the Ledger side, but I am researching other solutions and some air gap opportunities as well. So there's some pretty good, cool stuff. I'll be adding more updates, but you've seen some of the sort of negative connotations to Trezor. Go ahead, Chris. Good to see you, brother.
So I was just going to tell Z if he'll Google Unciphered, which is a cybersecurity firm. They claim to have hacked the Trezor hardware wallet using the 3-year-old vulnerability that Trezor knew about 3 years ago.
Am I spelling it right? Unciphered crypto security firm, Unchained Crypto. No,
nobody's gotten hacked because of this vulnerability yet.
Yes, cyber. So let me just read this. So security firm Unciphered claims to be able to hack Trezor T wallet. Cybersecurity firm Unciphered posted a video where it claims to have successfully hacked a Trezor T wallet after dismantling the hardware and extracting the seed phrase. Wow, scary. That is scary, man.
I knew I had heard something, so I looked it up real quick about him. I just couldn't remember what it was.
So which hardware do you recommend, bro? That's not vulnerable like this.
Well, what I'm seeing here is like you have to like untangle the hardware and dismantle it, and then that's how you extract the seed phrase. So there's a few sort of physical things you got to do to get that. But I need to read more into this. I just think like my sort of thing is to diversify any of your cryptos, to not keep them in one ledger or in one Trezor or one wallet. I personally have multiple sort of wallets in different mainnets, and if one is vulnerable to hack, then at least it's only one portion of the node and not all the things. So I think my sort of thing is to keep a bit here, keep a bit there, not to keep it all in one MetaMask wallet, one sort of Rabi wallet, or into one mainnet. That's how I've been able to keep secure, and others have done the same.
And a great solution that's very affordable and easy is just to keep your majority of big funds on a multi-sig. Keep it in the safe and then have the ledgers. That's what we do here. Keep it in a smart contract, I think is the very, very secure way to go about it, so that the ledgers or Trezors are not really that vulnerable. But Z, can you pull up here Ledger, look up Ledger and their recovery service. This is what I was researching just a couple of days ago and was very upset because this new service is really, I think it's just a straight up setup that they're doing, bending to the authorities. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they announced it on their Twitter, all the comments were negative about it.
It's horrible. If you lost your keys, that's you. But so I don't see it as a protection of the customer. I think on the contrary, they're selling out the customer, because now we know that authorities have a backdoor legal way to seize crypto if they wish to. And who wants to do business with a company that's doing that? It's horrible.
Yeah, because they'll certainly make it sound like they're justified in doing it.
Yeah, that's BS. So, yeah, and I've got a bunch of ledgers. We're going to have to throw that thing in the trash. But for now, we're not making any updates. And look, we're like we said, we're using the multi-sig. And NATO, I'd like to reiterate that for everyone. You can go and open up a multi-sig, for less than $1, and store funds there, and just use these devices as your permission. Go ahead, Mr. Udaman.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I have 2 comments. So I have Ledger, and then also I have hardware wallet called KeepKey. KeepKey is made by Shapeshift. I've been using for several years, so I think there'll be another alternative. It is about $50. It's not like it's not have like a multi-chain like Ledger, but for the Ethereum and a couple of other chains, it supports, and I like it to use it. And then about the multi-sig, there's some happening recently, I think yesterday. So one of my community members were investing on a layer 1 blockchain, small one called Alphabet. So when he invested, I followed the transaction, and then I see developers' wallet moving the funds around to the Binance and other exchanges. So I pointed out, hey, you put your money into that blockchain project, small one, but I see developers are moving funds around, and I think you need to watch out. And he asked the developer, and then the developer said, oh, well, I need to pay the fees, buildings and rent, and then something like utilities, and so I have to use it. And then he said he believed it. But yesterday announcement, the founder wrote that, okay, one of our developer move the funds to some other wallets and things like this. So if something happens, that's not my fault. That's developer's fault. Then when I translate it, so who's the developer? Who's the CEO? I think they are the same guys. So I think basically it is a rug pulled.
Oh man. Yeah, I've heard that so many times.
I follow that account, that Twitter account that you mentioned, Z.
Yeah.
The what was the name? The XBT or yeah. He's been busy. He's been busy. There's so many rugs happening. I mean, it is. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. He's been busy, that guy this past week. What do you mean it's not funny?
That's not funny. The rugs happening everywhere. There's concern on security, and people don't feel safe. And Ledger's gonna allow government to dip in. Treasure is hackable. Nothing feels safe. That's not funny. I don't feel. Anybody else feel funny?
I think it's funny, and I have a right to think it's funny when people are not doing their due diligence. When Uniman is telling them, be careful, these guys are moving through Tornado Cash and all that, and they're going ahead and they're getting wrecked. So yeah, there's a lot of stupid people out there, and it is fun. They don't listen to an expert like Uniman.
I think it's just like when it comes to these kind of things, we have to like take a bunch of due diligence, man. Like when things like this happen and you're getting advice, and then if you don't take the advice and you just take the sort of excuses of someone saying, "Oh, it's developer paying bills," that's where you get compromised. So yeah, in the start, yeah, the warning shots get fired, and then you get sort of advisory from people, and people are like, "Do not do what you're doing." But then if you're to like continue with your sort of activities and trust, or put your trust in somebody's opinions, that's where I think it becomes ironic. I think yeah, maybe it's not humorous, but it becomes ironic because you were warned. So always take due diligence, and hopefully here at ARK we always keep people updated with these sort of things. And like up till now, I'm still like bereaving the person losing $300,000 in Cardano. That's scary.
Yeah, and it looks like they won't give it back. But that's
sure,
of his own. Mm-hmm.
I believe, I'm not sure, guys, but the Ledger recovery, is that optional? You can opt in or not, opt out of it, or do you think it's fake? Like they're saying you can, and they're in actuality going to still keep a backup?
The second. It seems to be a optional service, but the fact that they have the capability is already enough. So, yeah.
And Treasure is not having this, right?
Mm-mm. It's this guy's giving an interview. I want to see his explanation of things. Like it's our opinion here. But this is what his quote is thus far. So he goes, "You're saying this is not what customers want. Actually, this is what future customers want." So this is his sort of argument for doing the way it is. But I will watch the 7-minute video later on tonight and make my sort of rational judgment on that. But yeah, I think overall, I think the conclusion here, because we've heard everyone's opinions, is to diversify your sort of tokens in a bunch of different wallets. Use a sub wallet. What's the word? Sub wallet. And yeah, pay that extra amount and just keep it secure that way. And not to be dependent on one sort of category. So we have to always stay informed. And my sort of thing is always to, like, whenever there's an update to a browser, to have that update done, because that's how Atomic, I think that's where I'm speculating how this has happened, where a bunch of folks did not update and they were still doing their transactions, and that's where the hacker was able to exploit. But yeah, I wanted to discuss more things in DeFi sessions, but I think I'll conclude it here, because this is we've taken a bunch of time thus far, and I do have a Zoom call with ByZDips in a second. So thank you guys. Thank you for your insights and suggestions. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the DeFi session there, Mr. Z. And folks, we're going to head and conclude today's podcast. We want to thank everyone that's come and joined us here live today. Congratulations to the Spark Prize winner. Congratulations also to the MVP and, of course, the winner of the 100 BUSD, Johnny Fawcett, coming in with another win on the Wheel of the Toad. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC. Very, very bullish week here on the ARK. Stay tuned if you have any questions regarding the documentation provided for the foundation as well as the legacy savings account. Please do make sure to get in touch with us here. We have the tech support. We have the main chat. We have to disseminate and explain all the information, especially for all the folks that are not here listening to the podcast. 5,415 wallets in the system. So we're going to be making the announcement, and I think we'll also make sure to put it on the DApp so folks are understanding of what's going on here. So they have their information so they can conduct their due diligence and make the best decision for their investment going forward here on the ARK. Exciting times, happy days ahead. Please take care of each other. Take care of yourselves as well, and we'll see you tomorrow.